'Tis the season. Not the holiday season, but the different seasons of your life. Just about every decade, every 10 years, is a season, meaning it's a different experience with a different mindset and different things to do. And if the average human lives about 80 years, that's 8 seasons. So in this video, in a very short period of time, I want to talk about that different period of life, the different periods of life. The first 10 years of your life, ages 1 to 10, it's the season to absorb, and your temperament is discovered by your parents or your caretaker. As you grow from the ages of 0 to 10, you're not developed really at all. You're developing, but you're showing a personality. Either you're very shy or you're very energetic. Your temperament, it's discovered by your parents, and you're absorbing what's in your house, the condition, the love or the anger, or the first 10 years you're a sponge, and you start to show the basic DNA of your personality. Now, the next season of your life, ages 10 to 20, you are under severe peer pressure. The acknowledgement of your friends in middle school, high school, and what your friends and what people in your school and what they think about you, that peer pressure is probably the top thing that's going on at that time in your life. Also, puberty. That's also part of that season, ages 10 to 20. You are now sexually becoming alive. Women, young girls begin to have their period. Men, of course, young boys begin to, have their hormones awoken. And so peer pressure and dating and, truth or dares and all that thing is erupting in your life. That's the season of life to what that happens, So now the next season, ages 20 to 30, you begin to experience independence. You want to show off a little bit. You want to buy a nice car, and I think you should, even if it's wasteful. Okay, enjoy that season of your life. I also want to encourage people, enjoy each season. In your 20s, you shouldn't necessarily be planning for retirement. As you get to your later 20s, you should start to think of this, okay? And you should start to develop your career. But, also enjoy your 20s. Not too much, because once you hit 25, now you're fully developed. Your brain is fully developed at the age of 25. But in your 20s now, you're going off to college or you're starting your career and you're really dating now. You're really starting to make a little bit of money, a little bit of independence. And you're at the point where you're fully developing. You're looking for a mate maybe to share your life. I would say at the age of 25, women are starting to look at having a baby if they haven't already accidentally. And men are starting to, gallivant in their cars and starting to make a little money, and they want to show off, and the club and having your own place maybe. And now, you have all these things going on. That's the season. Enjoy it. Just be careful like every season. Ages 30 to 40. Now, hopefully, you have some level of foundation with your career, with if you're going to be single, if you're in a relationship, and you're starting to know yourself more. Okay? And in your 30s to 40s, you're hopefully to take the promotion type mindset, because now it's your time to excel in your career and take those big steps forward so that you can start to now look towards retirement and look towards long-term planning. But you're still young enough and physically enough where you can do a lot of things. Of course, as you get close to 40, that will start to slow a little bit. But it's the very season to excel in your career, to stabilize, to start to figure out what you want, because you know yourself. Ages 30 to 40, you really start to know yourself. So that could be a very joyous time. Ages 40 to 50. Now you're middle age in this season, okay? So you if you're single now, you're probably going to be single. If you divorced, if you got kids, this is your life, and this is going to be your life, okay? Because you can reinvent yourself, but you can't really change now. Half your life is gone. You're middle age, and you are who you are. and you've kind of developed the way you developed. You can still make changes, you can still do things, but now you're halftime in life, okay? And you're going over that hill, from 40 to 50. Now, 50 to 60. It's your last chance to go out there and maybe, have companionship again, reinvent yourself. Women are going through menopause. Men are, getting older. And so, maybe got that last decade to get out there and have a little fun, act like you're still a little bit young, okay? And that's that season, the last run of your little bit of youth, okay? Ages 60 to 70, you are officially a senior citizen. That's right. And it's official. You are closer to death than life. It's official. You're probably a grandmother or grandfather, or you got your AARP, or you're collecting Social Security. Now, all the years you have or haven't worked have caught up to you. Now, all your past relationships have caught up to you, because now you got to live what your decisions. That's ages 60 to 70. You go, oh shit, this was what they were talking about. When you get old, I'm old. Because you can't lie, when you're in your 60s and 70s, you ain't young, you ain't middle-aged, you a senior citizen, you old. Okay. And gonna happen to all of us. Now, ages 70 to 80. A lot of memories, a lot of people have passed away. You are getting close to death. It's mentally and emotionally a tough time. You're probably spending more time in solitude, because your kids probably have your own life. Your dogs maybe have passed away. You could physically do less, and it's very tough mentally, emotionally. Okay. 80 to 90. This is, either you're dead or you're getting close to you can't live alone. Okay. And this is usually the last decade for most people's life. 90 to 100. You're getting close, if you're still alive, to be in the Guinness Book of Records. And if you ain't, you're getting close to go to your maker. Because really, I don't think, beyond 100, there's even worth talking about for the very few people that get to that point. So I don't want this to be sad, but this is pretty much what life is, the different seasons of life. So enjoy each season. Okay, don't rush to get old. However, don't yearn to be young, because every season has a pro and a con. When you're very young, you have less control, you're more out of control. When you're very old, hopefully you're more stable, you're more in control, but mentally and emotionally it's harder. Every season has a different thing. What do I tell you? One day at a time. One day at a time, make the most of what you have. You can't go backwards, but you can learn from a little bit from the past. You got to push forward, be thankful, do the best you can, don't feel guilty, push forward, try to stay positive. I hope this video helped you in under 10 minutes. That's the different seasons of life.